Hello, how's everyone? I want to take a moment to start this video off with apologizing for the cigarette and the drink. I'm only going to give you the real me. Um, I am like completely stressed out with this situation, and it's like totally and above all levels of irritation that stress me out. So, um, I apologize. It's not cute, but I am gonna smoke my cigarette and I am gonna drink my drink as I explain to you guys what's going on. So, um, June 15th, June 16th, one of those days, my boss came to work and he's already put in his 2 weeks notice, the corona and all this stuff. He didn't feel too confident in the company anymore. So he put in his 2 weeks notice, and on that date, June 15th, June 16th, I was supposed to work. I woke up that morning and something was just like, Dakota, something don't feel right. It's an odd feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. So I asked, since we're not really open. I asked this other girl, could she go to work for me? And she was like, yeah, I go. I was like, thanks, hey, whatever. So the boss man gets to work and he gets a phone call from the district manager. Well, the district manager was like, he just became district manager not too long ago because they fired the other one by saying he made too much money. I think they worked something out because it was Corona or whatever, but we got him. Well, he called and said, well, y'all are going to start working from 11 to 9. Well, we're only working 12 to 8 right now during Corona. So, well, even, yeah, during Corona because it's still Corona. But, he called like, yeah, y'all working 11 to 9, no exceptions. So my boss said, well, I'm not working an extra 2 hours after a day after I done gave y'all my 2 week notice. Which I agree. Who adds on 2 hours a day after they done gave a 2 weeks notice? Like, dude, that's stupid. So DM was like, well, it's you don't have a choice, blah blah. So boss man basically was like, well, find someone else to do it. Goodbye. He hung up, put his keys in the office, made it where the door was locked, and he left. So following behind him, here goes the assistant manager. She's over it too. The company has just like really just let everyone down. So she's just like, I'm over it. This like dead end job basically. So she left right behind him. Threw her keys now. So now there's only one set of keys, you know, around that can open the door to get this business open in time. And that was the last assistant manager we had left. Well, she got the call. She was off that day. She got the call. She came in. She opened the store. And not even 5 minutes after Boss Man left, the district manager that got him to basically throw his keys and leave, that district manager said, oh, I don't want to be the district manager of this store no more. I'm going to give it to this dude. So why did you just do all of that? Why did you just tell him this and tell him that and then turn around and say you don't want to be the district manager no more? You give it to this dude. That makes absolutely no sense. Well, this dude comes in and says, there is no 11 to 9. He said, I don't know where y'all got that from. He said, but it's only 12 to 8 unless I say otherwise. Not me, him. So I was like, oh, damn. So they pretty much knew what they was doing. They set him up. They set Boss Man up to get mad and want to leave out. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I see they playing dirty. All right, well, it worked. It worked. Okay, he left. He got mad. Hey, it's all fair and warm, It's all fair as war. So then they had a group meeting. Told everybody to come the next day. So we all came. Dude sat down and said he only want people to do their job, do it right. But I thought, okay, regular stuff. He said he didn't want drama. So he said, I've heard a lot of things and blah blah blah. Who drinks on the clock? Certain people raised their hand, didn't understand what he was saying. They was like, oh no, not on the clock. Even though they really did drink on the clock, they understood what he was saying. But He said something about doing your own job. So I spoke up and said, well, what is, my job? Like, what is my job as bartender? Like, because ever since I've been working here, I've done everything. Like, bartender means go wash dishes, go serve, answer the phone, do to go, pack the food, run this, run that, make the drink, take this customer. I mean, everything. So what is my job? Look it online. Go online. It's a job description. So I did. On my job description as bartender, it didn't say anything about answering no phone. So as catering, delivering to go, answers the phone. So I have a code for both. I have a code for bar, I have a code for to go, and I have a code for catering. Catering and delivery and to go is the same. And I had a code for the bar. So that means when you clock in, they be able to determine how much you make an hour. So if I have a code where I can clock in and do to go for $8 an hour, $7.50 an hour, whatever, why am I being forced to do it when I clock in and do the code for bar? Why am I forced to do to go and get paid the bar rate for doing it? So I'm like, okay, well, what's my job? I look on it, that's not my job. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to get reimbursed, because I've been doing this from day one. All of us bartenders have. I want my money back because it takes away from the bar, and then you get bitched at. Oh, the drinks ain't being. Well, I got to answer the phone. I got to do to go. Get somebody. I can't run the bar if I'm doing all of that. So it always irks my nerves. So I looked my job up and I came to the conclusion that I've been doing my job plus other job during the same time, which is a wage and violation. It's a wage and hourly violation. So wage and salary violation. So anyway, after the conversation was done, he asked for me and two other people to sit down. He said, well, y'all are bartenders, y'all are the cream of the crops. We need to get this together, blah, 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 blah. Like he had a lot of faith in us, I guess. Okay. After that conversation got up, I sat back down. Boy, it took everything out of me. I was shaking, my underarms was sweating because I wanted to ask the man something. So I went to him and I was like, look, I know this is kind of awkward to have somebody say, and I know it's not the time for it. I said, but I'm really tired. I said, can I please have some time off? He was like, yeah. So he told me to go tell Kristen, the manager that was left. So I go over there and I talk to her and I'm like, hey, he told me I can have some time off, blah, 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 blah. She looked at me and said, can you finish? It didn't happen like that. I didn't say, hey, I need some time off. And she didn't say, hey, can you do that? There was another guy there that was a bartender that kept distracting her. And I went to her and told her, can I get 5 minutes of her time, her undivided attention? After she got finished. So after she got finished, she came and got me and said, "Come on." Well, while I was talking to her, he kept interrupting and pulling her, and she kept being pulled off and playing. So then, while she was being pulled into the double doors in the kitchen, she looked at me and said, "Well, can you just finish the week that I have already just posted, and then I give you the 3 weeks off?" I said, "Oh yeah, that's cool. I can understand that. You already made the schedule. Hey, all right, I'll do that." Bam. She got pulled off and they left. So I worked the work week. Um, when it comes time to get the 3 weeks off, I look at the schedule and I see I'm posted. I'm like, why am I on this schedule? I'm supposed to get time off. So I text her and I can show y'all the text. I'm like, is there any where I said, is there any apparent reason why I am on the schedule? I'm supposed to be off. So she goes, I don't have any crew and I'm already working everybody to the bare minimum, which was a lie. So here it goes. Thanks, blah blah blah. Is okay. It's backwards, but it's this one right here. Is there any apparent reason, whatever, blah, 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 blah. We don't have a staff. I'm working everybody bare minimum, blah, blah, blah. So I emailed her. I messaged her back, said, so the conversation you agreed to just the other day doesn't matter. I've been there this whole time through all of it and illegally on everyone's behalf. I'm tired. I never got asked like other employees did. I just put on. I was just put on. I asked James for the time off. He said yes. I came to you and you agreed, but yet you just disregard the fact that I'm tired and I came how many days to help you off the clock? Too many. I didn't think asking for a 2 or 3 weeks off would be so hard considering everything that has taken place. Well, during the corona, starting March 18th, 19th, whatever, we was told that no employees can work. Only managers can. So go file unemployment. We did. Well, a couple days. Hey, y'all come to work. You, and you come. Don't clock in. Y'all do the work. Keep the tips. Blah blah blah. Oh hell no! I came to work, but I ain't keeping no tips. I'm not doing all that. So I came to work. I ain't clock in just to help them out. Did this, and it became a all the time thing. So the whole corona, me and two and a half people. I say half because she real short and little. No, I'm just playing. I say short and half because she I say half because she's got her job open back up and she had to go back full time there before we stopped. So anyway, me and two and a half other people was there the whole corona off the clock, being told we had to work, that if we worked, that our unemployment would stop. That if we didn't work, then they would cut they get our unemployment cut off. Well, our unemployment was the means of living because people weren't coming in giving us no tips. They was to go getting food for free. We had to buy one get one free every single day. So people was getting their food for free. So they weren't leaving us no money. It got hectic, crazy as fuck. The bar was open, but won't supposed to be open. It was a couple people there that drunk every day, won't supposed to. But they which the bar wasn't open. It was just like those certain people came and sat down and they did their thing whenever they felt like it. But yeah, so I got upset. Well, that night I go live on Facebook and I describe a story. I don't use nobody's name. I don't use the name of the company, which I still haven't said. And you know what I'm saying? Like I did slip and say that one assistant manager's name, so I didn't say her last name, but I made a story up, different place, just the same scenario. And I told him, how could I not get a three? All I wanted was 3 weeks off to sit at home. To make sure I'm good, make sure my family good. I'm coming home every day to these kids and my mother, and she's elderly. You know what I'm saying? Like she can get sick. I could possibly get this corona and bring it home. There's nothing in place at this restaurant to keep me from getting corona. Period. So certain people was asked, "Hey, can you come to work?" They said no. They get to keep their unemployment. They didn't ask me to work, but told me if I didn't, then I wouldn't get my unemployment, which was fucked up. So anyway, I worked it anyway. I've been used to working on the clock forever because 2018, my husband was murdered. March of 2018, my husband was murdered, and Ruby Tuesdays donated a $3,000 check to me. Touched my heart. So around June of 2018, I went ahead and went full time with Ruby's because I quit my other job, and I went full time with the. Damn, I just looked and said it. Oh well, I went full time with them, and I'm like, all right, well, they, paid my husband's funeral, and that really touched me. So I started going full time, and I did a lot of work off the clock. So from 2018, June 2018, and all the way up to February of 2020, I did a lot of work off the clock. When you're off the clock, you don't get a computer, you don't get a register, you don't get to ring people in. You're off the clock. You can't ring people in. You see what I'm saying? So you don't get tips. You're just there helping. So after I go to work the day that I was scheduled that I wasn't supposed to because I was supposed to have my time off like I asked and I was told I would. But I went to the work, even though I made the video like the night before about the fake, not the fake scenario, the real scenario, but the fake surroundings. I went to work like fuck it. I ain't gonna make a big deal. I'm just gonna go to work. So I went to work. I walked in. I mind my own business. I said hey to the new district manager that was in the kitchen cooking. I'm setting my bar up. So next thing I know, here comes that assistant manager that put me on the schedule that wasn't supposed to. And she goes, she looks me right in my face. I didn't say nothing. Okay, whatever. Next thing I know, here comes the district manager. She done went straight to him and started talking to him after she done brought somebody else to work, I guess to take my spot. She went at him and was like, yeah, Dakota, um he keep claiming he worked out like you knew I worked out the clock because you gave me your keys to do it every single day. So matter of fact, I even got the messages right here from you asking me to take a catering. You forgot to clock me in. You forgot to take the money out. You forgot to ring the catering in. It's in Lewisburg. I got all of it right here. So I'm like, bam. I even got messages from the big boss saying, hey, we can't, can you come help us? We can't let you clock in, but you can keep all the tips. I got that message. I got all kind of messages, all kind of proof. I went live during these days that I was at work live during the days of the corona that I was off the clock. I wasn't even clocked in, but clearly you could see me at work live. You know what I'm saying? So, I got the proof that it happened. So, he came to me after she went to him and he was like, yeah, well, how many hours did you work off the clock, blah, blah, and I informed him it was a whole hell of a lot. He said, well, tell me how many. I said, I'm going to need some time. I said, I'll get at you and I'll let you know. He stopped me when I started turning around and walk off. He stopped me and said, no, I can't allow you to work until you give it to me. So me, I'm thinking, oh, this is a good way to get my 3 weeks off then. Hey, I got to get up all these hours. This is a lot. This gonna take some time. So is that what he doing? Is he hinting to me? I can't allow you to work till you get to me. You know what I'm saying? Or what? So I said, okay, well, I'm about to go clock out. I went in there and I clocked out and I did my own thing. He stopped me again, asked me questions. I started talking to him. He got a little piece of paper and pencil. And when I informed him what was going on, he got stunned when he found out it was not just me that worked off the clock. So the manager that just went and told him this whole story failed to mention the three other people that was working off the clock. Try to blame it all on me. So I'm like, did she tell you it was such and such? He got mad. I showed him a handwritten schedule from the managers. He asked me for the date. Why he didn't write it down? He just got up and started making these accusations of how the general manager at the time needs to be had up and blah 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 blah. So I leave, whatever. I get a call from HR. HR tells me, hey, Dakota, blah, 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 blah. What's going on? I told her the story. I said, look, I just want 3 weeks out. She gave me my time off. She said, take the time off. She said, well, we want to pay you. I said, ma'am, I said, it wasn't about money. I said, I really seriously was just tired and I really wanted to have some time off. She said, oh, no, I totally agree. But she said, we have to pay you for the work that you did. Okay, well, that's the case. Be prepared. Because every day I did bar, dish, serve, to go. I did a lot of jobs every single day and I got the proof of it. You know what I'm saying? I got customers, I got the manager's statements, I got the evidence on my phone, I got videos, I got texts, I got all kinds of stuff that can verify everything I'm saying is the truth. So she told me to give her, a report of the hours. So next thing I know, they paid me from March 26th, March 19th to June, May 26th, something like that. So I'm like, well, why did you stop at this date? I didn't stop. I stopped at June 15th. That's when I stopped, you know, working off the clock. When the general manager and that assistant manager left, that day I was supposed to work. I did not work, but the day before that was the last time that I worked off the clock. So why did you stop? They fixed it. Well, then I looked at it, I'm like, well, why am I getting paid 213? That's bar hours. So I looked at the woman, I texted her and I was like, how are you paying me 213 an hour to work on the bar when legally the governor shut down all bars? So how are you paying me 213 an hour when the bar wasn't even open legally? Oh, I didn't know. When you told me that, I fixed it. So you're telling me you're HR of a company and you didn't know that the governor shut the bar down when you went to pay me $2.13 an hour? No, you thought that I was gonna be stupid and let it slide, and I didn't. So that kind of like, okay, now I know I'm being disrespected. She fixed it. They paid me completely for those 3 months during the corona that I worked from March 19th to June 15th. They paid me completely for the corona. Completely. I agree. Completely. Those months are completely gone, paid for. So they asked me to submit the other months. So as I started working, I worked on it. I worked on it. I worked on it. I worked on it. I was supposed to go back to work after the 3 weeks. So I'm getting back in. I mean, it's done been a minute now. District manager wants to have a sit down with me. So we do. We sit down. He comes to me and says, hey, with this piece of paper, this piece of paper says it's a it's I don't care if y'all know anymore. It's a um write up. It's a final written write up, which I've never been wrote up before. I've never gotten in any trouble before. Says there have been several allegations regarding your distribution of lewd photos. This is very serious and cannot be tolerated. There were allegations that you threatened a team member. There were also allegations that you've given away free drinks. This may have been allowed in the past with GM approval. This is no longer acceptable. No team member provided statements regarding the allegations to this document. This document serves as expectations of future performance many shifts per your admission you worked off the clock. Plans for improvement. Dakota. The expectation is for you to be a positive team member who does not distribute lewd photographs or offensive pictures. Charges for all food and drink and treats all manager and team members with respect. Social media posts will not be negative or offensive. You will clock in for every shift. So he asks me, do I understand everything? Is everything cool? And I told him no. I understood it, but no, I don't agree with none of it. So he said, you're not going to sign it? I said, no. So I explained to him the lewd photos. I just got finished announcing that they came in, they made a guy, a shift manager, that I have a picture of his penis that he sent to the females of the job, and they sent to me. He didn't send it to me directly, but he did send it to the female managers at the time. He sent it to them trying to get with them. Didn't work. Um, I don't know where that came from. That I was sending naked pictures. Nobody. It's allegations. Nobody had a naked picture. Nobody can show a naked picture. Nobody showed me a naked picture. There was no proof. It was just he said, she said, hearsay. So I'm like, damn, that was really offensive. That was really offensive. Then said that I threatened a team member. Well, not even a week before this, 2 weeks before this, two team members got online on Facebook and publicly put, oh, I was a crackhead, I was this, I was that, I was a thief, I was all kinds of negative stuff. I mean, really bad stuff. And then it was like, well, come up here so we can beat your ass. Come up here Thursday. We're gonna beat your ass, blah blah blah. So I said, ain't nobody gonna beat my ass. If somebody even tries to touch me, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of them. That's not a threat. That is a promise to defend myself. So I told them about the threat, but yet they're telling me that I threatened a team member when I clearly showed them. I sent them the email. I screenshotted the picture of the two team members threatening me, but yet I have to sign a write up, and no other person got a write up at all. Period. Then it says that no crew member has provided any information to these allegations. So you're telling me a bunch of customers came to you and told you this just so happened the time that I was out of here, these customers just came up and told you all of these things? So, and in this meeting that I'm having, I sit down with the district manager while he's reading this paper to me and talking to me about this paper. I'm recording the whole conversation. I say, no crew member. He kept saying, "Oh yeah, but when we have several allegations from employees, several employees," I said, "Ho!" I said, "Employees." I said, "You just said that in this piece of paper you want me to sign that no employee provided you any information to these allegations. So did they or did they not?" "Well, yeah, to the lewd photos." Well, that's the first allegation on here that says that no, that is accompanied by no crew member told us anything. So why is that on here? So come to find out, he basically admitted that this whole piece of paper is fraudulent. Everything in this piece of paper is something that I told him that was being done, not by me. So I have to sign a piece of paper saying that all these things people are saying that I done? No. So in the same recording, the new general manager comes up and says, "Yeah, well, I've only heard good things. I've heard that you was a good worker. You brought people in. You made them spend money. You was a good bartender. That's what I need. Just no drama, blah, blah, blah." So this general manager that's here he's new. He has only heard great things about me. While this man, the district manager, has only heard bad things about me. Doesn't add up. So after I refused to sign this piece of paper, he came to me and said, "You have a clean slate now." I said, "What?" I said, "I wouldn't have had a clean slate 3 minutes ago if I would have just signed that piece of paper." And remind you, all this is on the recorder. So I wouldn't have had a clean slate. So how do I, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of bothered me. So I just, shut up. Didn't say nothing else. Mm-hmm. I told them, "Y'all, I never done anything wrong. I only wanted the best. Y'all both deserve a chance. I don't do this. I don't lie. I'm not gonna lie for you, you. I don't do that." I admitted to them. No. So I left. A couple days later, I text that GM dude. In the recording, he asked me to next time something go on, go to him first. If you can't deal with it, go to HR. If HR can't deal with it, call the hotline. So I texted him and said, "Hey, are you going to be in the building tomorrow?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Can I come talk to you?" He said, "Look, only thing I thought I made myself clear yesterday. The only thing I need to talk about is when you're coming back to work." I said, "Okay, well, clearly he ain't going to talk about it." So I called HR. HR goes, "I'm the one who typed the paper up." I said, "So you're telling me no employees told you?" "They told me a week before I typed the paper up." I said, "Well, a week before you typed the paper up is time before. Why did you write in the paper after that the crew members didn't tell you this?" So she got a little shit, started yelling at me. I yelled at her. So she said, "Ah, you're not gonna yell at me." So I said, "Hold on, what you're not gonna do is yell at me and tell me I'm not gonna yell at you when you yelling at me." So she said, "Call your fucking lawyer and give it to me." I hung up in my face. Okay. So then I called the hotline. I called the hotline and I reported it. Let me show y'all this. Now, August the 13th, unprofessional director. It's all gonna be backwards. I don't know if y'all can flip it or if I can flip it later or whatever. But the name of it says unprofessional director. Anyway, the message says, "Dakota, I was calling to inform you that you are no longer welcome. You are no longer employed and that you're not welcome on a property. Thank you." I said, "Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful day." So I made the report on August the 13th. Minutes after I made this report, he retaliated and fired me, which is illegal from my understanding. So as I'm trying to make a investigation claim, you fire me minutes afterwards, and I can prove to y'all the date that I made the claim. I can show y'all that right now too. So as y'all see, the date for that message that he wrote was August the 13th. Okay. www.ethic follow up. I'm reason for this video is I'm really looking for help. Like I'm looking for something. What lawyer do I type I need for this type of stuff? I'm being told to call the U.S. Department of Labor, and I get that, but my whole thing is I've been trying not to get them penalized or fined. They paid me checks, so it's automatically they know they was wrong. They know they was caught up, but so look, the date that I made this report, 8/13/2020, the day I made the report. That's his name, the HR name, the employee, and the employee's name. So I made a report, and I got fired immediately after I did it. So I'm like, wow. And it's supposed to be anonymous. It's supposed to go, not to nobody that it's about. I said, wow. So paid it. It didn't matter. So I end up, sending this my report of how many hours I was missing from working off the clock. Remind you, I did not keep it all the way 100% correct because certain times, if I went to work, say for an hour and 27 minutes, I didn't count those in a report that hey y'all owe me for that day. I didn't count that. If it went over 2 3 hours, I just didn't count it. You know what I'm saying? Because I won't try to be unfair. It was never about the money in the first place. But now that y'all are insulting my intelligence and y'all are shading me and trying to treat me like shit, then I want every dollar that I am entitled to, that it's owed to me. So I sent my hours and they paid me. They gave me some kind of bogus report. They Most of this supposed to be dishwashing, most of us overtime, so most of the check got taken by the taxes, which is cool. I'm cool with that because I'm not working and I need some kind of taxes going in. So the problem is they pay me $2.13 an hour. But if I'm not on the clock, in order to pay me $2.13 an hour, I have to claim that I made money that day. I have to say, hey, I made such and such money, and bam. Then they say, okay, well, we're paying you $2.13 an hour. Well, if I'm not on the clock, clearly I don't have a register. Clearly I'm not taking orders. Clearly I'm not making tips. I'm helping. I'm cleaning. I'm stocking. Putting people's food together, refilling drinks, making drinks. I'm not taking orders. I'm not making tips. I'm helping the restaurant out. So I sent them a message saying, hey, y'all can't pay me $2.13 an hour because I didn't make any tips. She goes, we paid you correctly, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, you did not. Because if you did, you paid me $2.13 an hour. So where's my tips declared? You know what I'm saying? So if you pay me $2.13 an hour, meaning I made tips. Well, my pay stub doesn't deplete that I have any tips made that day. My pay stub it don't have any taxes taken out for the tips that they said I made that they paid me $2.13 for. There's no taxes taken out for that. So all that is wrong and that's fraud. So are you entering on my behalf that I made enough money when I didn't make any at all? So yeah, we got a little problem. So I sent that to him and I didn't get nothing back yet. But I'm having an issue because I shouldn't have to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like I shouldn't have to keep fighting for money that's owed to me. No, you can't pay me $2.13 an hour. I wasn't on the clock. You can't go back and say you made this much money that day when you didn't even know about it in the first place because I wasn't on the clock and your system wasn't reported, so you didn't know. So how are you going to say that I made enough money to pay me $2.13 an hour? It's not legit. It's illegal. So it's wrong. So as I'm dealing with that, and I'm dealing with this man that's telling me that this is falsified company, he clearly said we're not going to tolerate any falsified documentation. Blah 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 blah. That's we're going to do. But you're doing it, sir. You asking me to sign this piece of paper that you are clearly admitting to me that is wrong. And if y'all want to hear it, I'm about to play it for you. So he reads it to me.
Acceptable. No team member provided statements regarding allegations. This documentation serves as documentation of expectation of future performance. Many shifts.
Alright, y'all heard him. He just read it. Said that no employees.
I've got multiple managers cycling down through this area. And Cameron is doing a co-run right now in GM.
Right.
So that's why I want to understand that you completely understand his expectations.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what happened before in the past is what happened before in the past.
Correct.
That's not part of my world.
Right.
Okay.
If that was the case, he wouldn't have gave me a write-up.
When things come into it that I need to address, I address it very, very quickly.
Okay.
So I want to go over this with you. I printed out a copy for you. Okay. This is the interactive team member. Okay.
That's this.
So type of development. This is the final written warning. Okay. This is your copy right there. There have been several allegations regarding your distribution of lewd photos. This is very serious and cannot be tolerated. There were allegations you threatened a team member. There were also allegations you had given away free drinks. This may have been allowed in the past with GM approval. This is no longer acceptable. No team member provided statements regarding allegations. This documentation serves as documentation of expectation of the future.
So no crew member. Y'all heard him say it, right?
Many shifts for your admission is falsification of company document.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Okay. Hold on.
Everything that happened underneath the previous GM, the previous director, is gone. Okay? I don't care what happened then. We've addressed it. We've solved the problem, and we're moving forward. Okay? So everybody that comes to work every Tuesdays is going to do their job. Okay? Is going to treat everyone with respect. Okay? Cameron is going to treat everyone with respect. Cameron is going to make sure that other employees treat everyone with respect. If they don't, they're not going to work here. Okay? Also, allegations against other employees proven to be untrue is falsification of company documents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, for people to start making allegations against other people to stir the pot is just bad.
Alright, so for him to say that, saying that proven to be untrue, they're not going to tolerate it. Well, I proved that everything in these allegations that was given to them was untrue. So why did you try to get me to sign it? I proved to them that it was untrue, but yet, did anybody else get in trouble? No. Did anybody else get signed a write-up? No. Did anybody else have this talk? No. Hold on. This video is posted on Facebook too, by the way, y'all. Dakota, so lost without rail, kid trail.
So, I'm going to go back to plans for improvement expectations. The expectation is for you to be a positive team member who does not distribute lewd photographs or offensive pictures. You're going to charge for all the food and drink, and you're going to treat all managers and team members with respect. Social media posts will not be negative or offensive. You will clock in for every shift. I believe we've covered everything, correct?
I mean, we covered it, yeah. Yeah, we covered it.
What questions do you have?
All of it, to be honest with you. So it's saying it don't matter who. I'm saying there have been several allegations disturbing in lewd photos. Never, I haven't distributed a photo in this building to anyone. Don't nobody have a picture in their phone or a customer have a picture. I haven't distributed anything. So for that to be in here, it's kind of like a funny, like a ha funny, because I don't. Customers are customers. At the end of the day, they can't come up after I supposedly been gone for a month and then all this. Oh, I distribute new pictures. Where was this before? Where did I ever give a drink from? This is crazy. I've never gave away drinks. I never gave away food. The only person I ever gave away food to was Stevie Joe, and I was told that he didn't have to pay for none of his food by the prior director. So that's the only person I ever gave.
That's why it says in there without regardless of you approval.
Right. So that I understand that.
You just told me that you did per Chris Grant.
Yeah.
And that's why it says in there.
No, per district, Jason.
Whomever.
Right.
Whomever.
Right. But it won't. These were allegations that you were giving away free drinks. They're allegations.
And when we have enough allegations
Mm-hmm.
from various employees,
Employees, but it just says that it wasn't from. This is no team member provided statements regarding allegations.
regarding nude photos.
No, it says allegations. It doesn't says food nude photos in this document. That's not what it says. So the employees are coming to you and telling you a bunch of mess, and you're putting it in your head and you're believing it, and that's okay. I'm not.
You're right.
You can have your. So that man just told me. I just said the employees are coming to you and they putting this stuff in your head and you're believing it. He said you're right. So these employees are telling you I'm a crackhead, I'm a thief, I'm this, I'm that, I stole, I sent naked pictures, I did. You didn't defame my name, and I got fired for it. So defamation of character is definitely in there, and I got the proof where those people was calling me that. I got all of that. I screenshotted everything. I recorded everything. So he just said, "I'm gonna rewind it." 13:30. That you were giving away free drinks. They're allegations.
And when we have enough allegations
Mm-hmm.
from various employees,
but it just says that it wasn't from. This is no team member provided statements regarding allegations.
regarding nude photos.
No, it says allegations. It doesn't says food nude photos in this. I tripped his ass up. Document. That's not what it says. So the employees are coming to you and telling you a bunch of mess, and you're putting it in your head and you're believing it, and that's okay. I'm not.
You're right.
You can have your opinion, but if they can't prove it, I don't want to hear it. Everything that I said and I've done, I have proved it, and I have the proof. I don't lie. I don't steal. I don't do that. It's very offensive.
So when Eric was here, I had written a statement together. That's what I'm saying. He's understanding my expectations, your expectations going forward. He does not agree with anything that's listed in here, but I have delivered this, and so he is refusing to sign at this moment in time. So I have initialed it, refused to sign. Why will you also initial that? Like we talked about, everybody here, clean slate.
Right. All right.
This is a train wreck.
Like I said, we can't be.
He's about to say you got a clean slate now that I did not sign it.
We can't be doing Facebook Live. You know, what you do outside of billing is you, but anything that pertains to Root Tuesdays, I can't have. It's just it goes against company policy. I assume James talked to you about that. Moving forward, I've heard things that you were a good bartender, that you were a good person, you brought people in here. That's what I need. I need to build sales records.
He heard good things.
Get people drinking, get people coming back. So if you can do that for me without all the clutter that was listed on that paper, I'm good to go.
Oh, it won't no problem with me. I got you.
Okay.
So you have a clean slate.
Okay. So he just said, so this guy's telling me he heard nothing but bad things, but this other general manager that just came in says that he has only heard great things about me. So after that, he goes, you have a clean slate now. So now I have a clean slate, but I wouldn't have had one if I would have signed this a few minutes ago. So, but now you're going to give me a clean slate? What? That made no sense to me at all. So the fact that I have this documentation and the fact that I have all this, I just really want to find out what type of lawyer, because I got fired for stuff that was out of my control. I can't help that I worked off the clock. I can't help that I was forced and I was made and I was told and I was led and I was, I can't help that. I want the boss. I wasn't the boss anything. I was the best worker, the hardest worker. I did everything every single day. I worked hard. I did different positions every single day. Hard. One set of people paid that HR paid me. Said, yeah, you did all of this, you did this bar, blah blah blah. We're gonna pay you this an hour, blah blah blah, which was probably not legit. So then another, which I took it and I just said, fuck it, I'm good with that. Okay. Then this one is paying me this, saying this, but saying, oh, no, that. No, you're gonna pay me for the job that I did, or it will be escalated. I'm not asking for my money back. I'm demanding my money back. Okay? Thank you. So, if someone can please help me, please tell me what type of lawyer I need. If you are a lawyer and you're watching this and you could help me, please. So they pay me about 3 or 4 or 5 different times now. And the way they pay me is this is how. The last time they paid me, they tried to send me a check. They've been paying me on my card since I've been there. After this whole situation, they've been paying me by card, but all of a sudden, this last one, they wanted to pay me by check for some reason. So, here goes. So for the past couple, we're gonna say it started August 11th, August 18th, August 25th, and September 29th. They paid me like that. So this one says I've worked 662 hours. I grossed $5,208.70. I took home $3,399.23. August 25th, I grossed 1,437. I took home 1,174. Blah blah blah. So this last one, they decided they wanted to make everything dish. You did this overtime dish. So taxes, the red taxes, they took out almost $2,000. They took out $1,806 out for taxes. 35% of the check was taken out for taxes. A little funny, huh? That's okay because I needed money taken out for taxes. I'm not mad about that. But up here at the top, if y'all see, they was paying me. See where it says $213 an hour? No, you can't pay me $213 an hour for an hour you didn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of odd. So please help me. If you are a lawyer, if you know a lawyer, if you know what type of lawyer I need to call, if there's something, please help me. This company is trying so hard to make me out to be a bad person, and I can. I'm not giving all the details because that would make this video stupid long. But I have the proof. I know exactly how many hours I did not work in. I know exactly how many hours I did work off the clock. I know how many hours I didn't work off the clock. I know everything. I have every proof. I got every date documented and proven. Google, I can pull up my timeline on Google. Everywhere my phone goes, it records it. It tells you how long you was there, how long it took you to get there, what, all that. It records everything. So I have the proof. I have everything, all the details. I have the threats. I have, there is not one lewd naked photo of me circulating anywhere. There's not one in not one person's phone that was sent by me. Somebody, I'm not saying nobody couldn't find a naked picture of me on the internet because there is naked pictures of me on the internet, but I did not send no one or distribute a single photo to anyone. So all of this was really offensive. I got fired. My name was defamed clearly, and I have that proof where they was calling me all these things. The man clearly just said that after I told him what these people was telling him, he believed it. He clearly agreed that he did believe it. I have that video about the fall. I mean, I have everything. Please help me. I'm begging you. Like, this company has tried so hard to just shit me, and it has been so exhausting. I have given them everything. I have broke my back. I have bought so much stuff for that company for it to run. I spent my own money for this company. I sent Kate. I took food. I met up there on days off and like, hey, can you come take this food, set it up here, blah blah blah. I took caterings to different cities. I did everything for this company. But they did everything for me when they paid for my husband's funeral. That meant the world to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wasn't trying to go the labor board way because they are going to get penalized. They're going to be fined for this. And I didn't want them that to happen. I didn't wish any ill will. I just wanted what was owed to me correctly. what was owed to me for the duty that I come home and I used to cry because I was so tired. I used to crash. I sat out there and I cut that grass at my job with a push mower by hand, and I have that documented too. By hand, pushing and push more so we can open back up with grass was this tall, where people can come in and not all this grass not be in the way. I did it for 6 hours. I came home with blisters on both of my hands. I broke my back for this job, everything, and for them to treat me like that after, I mean, literally, I had so much invested in this job. I invested so much of my energy and time into my customers, getting to know them, finding out specifically how they like it. Everything. I invested a lot of energy and time and love and respect and dedication to this job. For them to turn around and treat me like this has really bothered me. So they have defamed my name, working off the clock. They won't pay me right. They fired me after I tried to get an investigation started to prove to them that this man tried to stop. They don't want to see it. They don't want to hear it. But I have the recording where the man told me that this piece of paper was documented. This piece of paper is illegit. It's not right. It's false. It's fraudulent. Clearly, the video, the audio that I just let y'all hear, clearly admitted that when he clearly kept saying, when we had several allegations from employees, and then when I called them, I tripped them up. I called them. I said, "Ho, no employees told you this, remember?" No, we talking about the lewd photos. Well, the paper said they didn't tell y'all about the lewd photos. So now you're telling me that they did tell you about the lewd photo, but you still want me to sign a piece of paper saying that? No, you're trying to get this is that. I don't care if it was a dot that was wrong. I don't care if they ended the sentence wrong. The fact that it was false is false. You're not gonna get me, no. And I'm fired because of that, because of my feelings towards this. That really bothered me. Like, you wanted me to sign a final written write up, and then after I denied signing it, you gave me a clean slate. That really offended me. You should have just gave me the clean slate from the jump because I didn't do anything wrong. My slate was already clean. No, I know that you don't supposed to work off the clock, but I don't have any control on what my bosses or what the way the world unfolds. I don't have any control over that. So please help me. Clearly, it's money in it because you know what I'm saying. They're paying me. You know what I'm saying. Like I can show you the emails like where they're paying me. So that's automatically them proving that they know that they wrong. You know what I'm saying. So please help me. My husband died, and it is so hard. Like, I'm gay. He got shot in the head, you know, wrong place, wrong time, and it really devastated me. And it's hard to deal with people, and I really put a lot into this job, and it made me feel good because I felt safe there. It made me think happy, like, because I was there when my husband was alive. That's where I was working, and it just hurt me so bad to know that they helped me so much to turn around and try to shit me so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like that just really bothers me, and it's hard enough being gay and my husband being murdered and gone, and the world and the corona and all this stuff. Just it's a lot. So I'm begging, like, please help me. Like my name is Dakota Kittrell. I'm from Henderson, North Carolina. There's my email is Dakota Kittrell at gmail.com. DAKOTAKITTRELL at gmail.com. Dakota Kittrell at gmail.com. All lowercase. Contact me anytime. Tell me what type of lawyer you know. What can I do? What are my options? Like, what's my best options? Well, I'm not trying to get them penalized or in trouble. I just want to be done and I want to be respected and I want a formal apology for them trying to get me to sign something they knew this was bogus before they typed it. They knew it. They just wanted me to sign it so it could have my name on something that was wrong. No, no. I need a formal apology for that. You know what I'm saying? By both the district manager and the HR representative. Please, 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 please. I'm begging y'all. I don't have any energy left for these people. They have already exhausted me. I don't care about the money they send me. That money, it's still sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Like, please help me, please. I will do anything that I need to do. I got all this information. I will work hard to tell you exactly every dollar cent that I'm doing anything I have to do. I will put in man hours if I have to. Matter of fact, the man hours that I already put in, I should have got paid for. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a lot of work trying to figure out how many hours I worked out the clock. Because I don't just come home and write it on a piece of paper. Hey, I worked out the clock today. Blah blah blah. That was my intentions. I did it at the kindness of my heart. And then they told me, "Oh, we gotta pay you this," and then they try to shit me, and then yes, you're gonna pay me every dollar you owe me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I worked hard, and for y'all to treat me like this and fire me over something y'all tried to get me to falsely do, no, I'm not tolerating that. Please help me, please. I don't anything else I need to do, provide anything. Just point me to the right. I'm sorry, y'all. This my little. I felt it, and it was just. This got my husband's hair in it. I didn't get him cremated. He got buried. Um, but they had to do a lot to his head because he got shot in the head. So when they cut his hair, I asked them, "Can I get the hair? Could I have that?" So literally, I have the last physical part of this man's being hanging from my neck, and I represent it. I never took it off. But I'm sorry, that's irrelevant to this. But please, I'm begging you, please help me. Yeah. And if there's something some kind of confusion, like something you think that has to happen that it did, but you're not sure if it did, and you want to ask me, ask away. Ask me any questions, comments. I know a lot of people probably gonna have a lot of negative things to say about this. Oh, look at this little faggot, this or oh, wow, look at him. Blah, blah. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something negative about it, but hey. I don't care about all that. I really don't. My energy is not towards that. My energy is trying to fix it and to help it, the right positive part, not the negative part. Please help me. Even if that help is just telling me exactly what type of lawyer I need. If that help is, hey, I know this lawyer that the best, help call him. Or hey, this is the Department of the US Department of Labor that you need to call. Any kind of help. I mean, I know I can do this, but I'm just so tired. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a all the way 100%. I know for a fact case. I know for a fact it's the case. The fact that they're paying, trying to pay me, and then telling me that they're not. That oh, if you can provide additional information about, I done gave you all the information I needed. You cannot pay me $2.13 an hour because I wasn't making tips. So yeah. It don't matter if I was doing the bar or not. I was helping the bar. I didn't take customers. The person that was clocked in was getting the tips because it was their bar. If I'm behind there helping him, I'm just doing minimum wage. I'm not getting the tip. I didn't profit it from it at all. At all. I wasn't even on the clock. I mean, y'all profited from my help a lot. Those numbers, that time frame, the people, the customers, the everything was beneficial because um, so please, please, somebody reach out and tell me what to do, how to do it, or if you can help me as you're watching this, please, please help me. I love everyone. I love you. Y'all have a blessed day. God bless America. Hopefully, it will just become great. You know what I'm saying? But just please help me. Thanks. Oh, Dakota Kittrell. DakadaKittrell at the Gmail. Dakota Kittrell at gmail.com. Hi.